So I know that there are a lot of people wondering what kind of equipment would you use when you photograph your kids at home on a daily basis. So I'm gonna show you this, and if this would have been a year ago, this would have been very easy because for the last couple of years, up until like a year ago, I really only photographed with one camera and almost also with just one lens. Um, but anyway, I'm gonna show you now. So when I'm at home and I just wanna photograph in a spontaneous way, I usually use my Canon EOS R6 camera, and it has this adapter so I can use the Sigma Art 35mm with the aperture 1.4. And so this is probably like 80% of the time this is the camera that I use and this is the lens that I use. The lens is probably on for like 90% of the time, but sometimes, like if I want to take a vertical photo, or if I want to be a little bit more artsy, then it's possible that I put on the Sigma Art 50mm 1.4. But that's like 10% of the cases, so mostly it's just this combination, right? And with this, I of course have a couple of batteries, and then I just have these memory cards. I usually go with these ones, SanDisk Extreme Pro, 300 megabytes per second, and yeah, I have one 64GB card and one 32GB card, but I never use that much memory for just photographing my kids. So there's plenty of room on those cards. So this is a fairly new camera bag. It's from Camret, and I just love it. I can't remember if it was I think it's called the Lura backpack, but it's great. It looks great, and it has plenty of room and great pockets. However, if I want to have something lighter, because that's usually the case, like you don't want to walk around with this big backpack if you're just going out and doing something, light and easy. So you want to be able to bring your camera in a light and easy way as well. And so that's when I use this bag, and it's from Lulex. And so I can just put my camera in here. I can remove this pad right there, and this fits in pretty nicely. And then you can, just carry it like this. But you can also put your camera on here, which is pretty cool. So you don't even need a camera strap on your camera if you don't want to, and you can just use this. So yeah, it's super nice and super easy to carry. So that's like the how I mainly photograph my kids in daily life. This is the equipment I use, and so I really believe in not making it too complicated, and this is supposed to be easy and fun. Like you don't want to bring like tons of lenses and stuff. So yeah, and this is how I've been photographing for a lot of years. Just really simple, really easy. I don't use flash. I don't use the big reflector stuff, and because that, to me, it becomes like a job, if you need to bring all of that. And this is supposed to be photography done in daily life, so it needs to be a part of daily life. So we can't take over the moments. It needs to be as easy, simple, light as possible. If you're in the start and you just want to spend as little money as possible, but then also get like a lot of possibilities with your camera, I recommend the Canon EOS 6D. So you can find it used today. You know, it's I don't know if it was done in 2013 or something, so you can pick it up for 4,500 Swedish, which is pretty good. And then together with the Canon 50mm 1.8, so this is like a great combination, and I could photograph with this easily. Like photographing my kids in daily life with this is, yeah, I mean, it's like a perfect budget alternative. I have like a very expensive and professional camera because this is my job, you know, but if I would have just photographed my kids for me in daily life, then this would be the alternative I would go for, because it's great. It works really, really great, and performs well in low light and all of that stuff, and it's full frame also. So this is what I recommend for moms that want to get into photography but they don't want to spend a huge amount on the equipment, but still they want to get good equipment, and this is my recommendation. A couple of months ago I started getting into analog photography, and so this is my go-to camera. It's the Canon EOS 3, and it's like an awesome camera. I would say it's very similar to the Canon EOS R6. It just that it takes film, and so but it's got like a fast autofocus, and I can also put my Sigma Art 35mm on it, so that is really, really great, and I just love the result from this camera. Yeah, and it's like super easy to use because it's so similar to the modern digital cameras. Another analog camera that I absolutely love is the Mamiya 645 Pro TL, and on it I have the 80mm 1.9 lens. So this is like a joy to photograph with. Like, I love the process. It's really slow, and it also has manual focus, so it is a challenge to photograph kids with this camera, but when you nail focus, it's just like the result is just amazing and unbelievable. So I am very much in love with this camera, but it's definitely not as easy as the Canon EOS 3. But these are like the two main analog cameras that I use when photographing my kids. And so I am also experimenting with a couple of other cameras, but I don't use them as much as these two. I had to change out the camera I was filming with, because now I'm gonna show you the camera that I was filming with. So this is the Sony A7C, and on it I have the 35mm 1.8 from Samyang. And so in my courses and in my membership, a lot of moms ask me for, you know, about equipment that is super light but also super good. So that's why I bought this camera, to try it out, because at that time when I bought it, I think it was considered one of the smallest DSLRs on the market, which was also full frame. And yeah, so I bought it and I have tried it out and I love it. I think it's perfect to photograph daily life with this. It is a little bit slow, I think. I don't know if it's just that I haven't found the right settings yet, but compared to my Canon R6, I think it's a bit slower, but I really don't care. I don't think it's that big of a problem. I love photographing with this. It's so easy to bring, you know, when you go out on, you know, on vacation or just on small excursions here and there. And it's perfect because it's so small and light and easy to carry, and also these lenses are super light as well, so they go perfect together. And also this is a great camera to film with, in my opinion, and the autofocus system is really great. So I love this camera, and so I would recommend this for sure. There has been a model that came after this one which might be faster, I don't know, but this is really great. This is pretty much all of it, at least. It's the main stuff that I use and that I love and that I want to recommend. And so yeah, if you have any questions about the equipment that I talked about here today, just let me know in the comments, and yeah, hope you liked it.